Hello aspirants, welcome back to the Metis IAS NCERT Foundation program for the UPSC Civil Services Examination and all competitive exams. NCERT builds your basics, but remember one thing very clearly. UPSC does not ask you to memorize definitions. UPSC asks you whether you understand systems or not. This, this is day 14th of the Metis IAS NCERT Foundation journey, where we convert simple NCERT concepts into prelims level clarity. Today's chapter, Class 6 Geography, chapter number 5, Major Domains of the Earth. If you understand this chapter deeply, climate, environment, geography all become easier later. Let us begin with one simple idea. Our Earth functions like a system, not a separate pieces, but connected layers. And NCERT divides Earth into four major domains. Those are lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and biosphere. We will go through all these spheres one by one. Let me go through first lithosphere. Lithosphere means the solid part of the earth is called lithosphere. It consists mountains, plateaus, plains, and landforms. Example, you already know the Himalayan range, the Deccan Plateau, and the vast Indo-Gangetic plains. From a structural perspective, Earth's surface is divided into continents and ocean basins. We have 7 continents. Those are Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. UPSC sometimes connects this with continental crust and oceanic crust. Continental crust is thicker and lighter, while oceanic crust is thinner and denser. This is where human settlements develop. But from a UPSC perspective, remember one thing very clear. Landforms influence climate. Landform influence what? Landforms influence climate, rivers, and biodiversity. Himalayas are not just mountains, they shape monsoon patterns over India. We will moving ahead to second one, that is hydrosphere. Hydrosphere includes all water bodies. Those are oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, glaciers, and groundwater. Those are consists of called hydrosphere. This is the second sphere. Earth is often called the blue planet. Why? Think, think once again. Because about 71% of its surface is covered by water. That is why Earth is often called the blue planet. But here is an important UPSC based fact, that is, nearly 97% of Earth's water is salt water in oceans, and only about 3% is fresh water. Nearly 97% of Earth's water is salt water. Those are in the oceans, and only about 3% is fresh water. And even within the freshwater, most is locked in glaciers and ice caps. And even within freshwater, most is locked in where glaciers and ice caps. So usable water is very limited. UPSC rarely asks numbers directly. Instead, they test understanding. Ocean currents influence climate, water cycle influences rainfall, glaciers influence river system like the Ganga and Brahmaputra. So hydrosphere is not static, it is a dynamic. It is dynamic. So we are moving ahead to third phase, that is atmosphere. Atmosphere is the blanket of gases around the earth. Atmosphere is what? What is meant by atmosphere? Atmosphere is the blanket of gases around earth. It protects life, regulates temperature, and creates weather. It protects life, regulates temperature, and creates weather. At the most basic level, the atmosphere is mainly composed of about 78% of nitrogen, around 21% oxygen, and small amounts of argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases. Atmosphere is mainly composed of what gases and etc. About 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and small amounts of argon, carbon dioxide, and other gases. Even though carbon dioxide is very small in quantity, it plays a huge role in climate and global warming. Most UPSC questions latter come from weather versus climate, pressure belts, winds, and monsoon systems. Latter in UPSC, this evolves into pressure belts, winds, and monsoon circulation. So this chapter builds that base. So please concentrate in this chapter. And next one is fourth one and last one, biosphere. Biosphere is where life exists. Biosphere is what? Where life exists. Plants, animals, humans, microorganisms. But biosphere is not isolated. It exists because lithosphere gives land, hydrosphere gives water, atmosphere gives air. This is the base idea behind ecology and environmental questions in prelims. This connection is very, very important. UPSC thinks in systems, not in chapters. So we have to we have to focus on interconnection logic. Let us understand one key idea very particularly. Earth works like an interconnected machine. Like what? When atmosphere changes, climate changes. When hydrosphere changes, ecosystem change. When lithosphere changes, land use patterns change. And biosphere responds to all of them. So, for example, warming oceans influence atmosphere, which affects rainfall patterns over India. So this is called interconnection. This is called interconnection between lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere with biosphere. Many aspirants study geography in fragments, but UPSC expects integrated thinking. UPSC expects what? Integrated thinking. That is why NCERT introduces domains early, not for theory, but for understanding balance. So lithosphere means land, hydrosphere, water, atmosphere, air, biosphere, life. Four domains, one connected earth system. If you understand this framework clearly, later topics like climate change, environment, and biodiversity becomes much easier. If you understand this framework clearly, later topics like climate change, environment, and biodiversity become much easier. In the next session, we will continue building geography fundamentals step by step towards UPSC level clarity. Till then, stay calm, stay consistent, and build concepts, not confusion. This is Niranjan Ankilla, founder and chief mentor at Metis IAS. Let's continue the journey. Thank you.